In Arkansas, Senator Tom Cotton. Sir, welcome to our program. Good morning to you. There's a ton to cover in this. I'll just let you have the stage for a moment. Where do you think it's going?
Well, good morning. It's good to be on with both of you. I've got some shocking, in fact, terrible news for all of your viewers, especially for all the social justice warriors at Major League Baseball. Colorado appears to require photo identification to vote in person. And as you just heard from Steve, yes, Colorado also has fewer days of in-person voting than Georgia. So I guess if Joe Biden and Stacey Abrams think that Georgia is Jim Crow 2.0, then maybe Colorado is Jim Crow 3.0. Or perhaps Delaware is Jim Crow 3.0 or 4.0. I'm losing count here, the Democrats' slanderous claims against our states, since they don't have any early voting, and they have many fewer drop boxes than Georgia does. All of these comparisons just highlight the blatant lies the Democrats have made about Georgia's new election law, which is designed to streamline their elections and make them more efficient, have convenient and accessible elections that are also safe and secure. Even the Washington Post, which is practically a broadsheet for the Democratic Party and the Biden administration, has called out Joe Biden's lies on these matters. And it's time for all of these politically correct CEOs to stop slandering Georgia, to stop slandering Republican legislators and voters, and to stand up to the social justice warriors in their companies that are asking them to engage in these boycotts.
Tell me a little bit about what you think about H.R. 1. So we covered this over the past couple of weeks. This is the Democrats' bill that they want to basically do a federalization of voting laws all across the state, so that you would take that away from the states and would supersede that. And there's a lot in there that Republicans don't like. Do you see an attempt by nationalizing the Georgia issue, now going to Texas and probably other states, that is an attempt to try to get the Democrats to coalesce around H.R. 1?
Yes, Dana, by slandering Georgia and trying to intimidate states like Texas and other states that may change their election law, the Democrats want to lay the basis for passing what they call H.R. 1, House Resolution 1, which goes to show it's their number one priority. It's called the For the People Act. It should be called the For the Corrupt Democratic Politician Act, because it would federalize elections in ways that would make our elections much less secure. So, for instance, it bans the use of photo ID, as Colorado and so many other states requires. 75% of the American people believe should be required. It mandates that every state permit ballot harvesting, which is the practice where someone can collect hundreds or thousands of ballots, something that is so ripe for abuse that an entire congressional election was invalidated because of ballot harvesting just a couple years ago. It would also finance campaigns. So it would take your tax dollars and give them to politicians you don't like to run attack ads against the politicians you do like. These things are massively unpopular. The Democrats know they're unpopular, but by baselessly and scandalously attacking Georgia's law and other states' attempts to improve their election law as well, they're trying to lay the basis for passing this deeply unpopular law in Washington.
So, Senator, let me take you through a couple things here. This is an AP poll right now. The question was, do you think all voters should provide photo ID in order to vote? It's a whopping number there. 72% agree. Even Democrats by a majority agree at 56%. Yet last week we had the headline from the Washington Post: Biden falsely claims the new Georgia law ends voting hours early for Pinocchios. He hit the quad on that one. But yet, when asked by Peter Doocy, Jen Psaki yesterday defended the president this way. Watch.
And he said it would end voting hours early so working people can't cast their vote after their shift is over. But the Washington Post gave that claim for Pinocchios because that part of the law gives counties the option to extend voting hours.
Fundamentally, the president doesn't believe it should be made harder to vote. He believes it should be easier.
But the thing he said has been determined by election law experts to be not true.
Well, again, I think we can, the fact checkers will also tell you that this bill does not make it easier for people across the state of Georgia to vote.
Simple question, Senator. Has the president been telling the truth on this?
No, the president has blatantly lied repeatedly, and now his paid mouthpieces are repeating his lies. Good for Peter Doocy for pressing her on that point. They should press the president and his paid mouthpieces on whether he's going to condemn his own state of Delaware, since they have many fewer drop boxes than does Georgia, that they don't have any early voting as well. Again, the Georgia law is designed to avoid the problems they had in their elections last year, not just on November 3rd, in their primaries last summer, when Donald Trump wasn't even in a contested race. People had to wait hours in line. This bill is designed to give Georgians convenient access to vote while also making their election safe, secure, and efficient. And it's time that Joe Biden apologized for slandering Brian Kemp, the Georgia legislature, and the state of Georgia.
We'll wait on that apology. Senator, thank you for your time.
Thanks,
Tom
Senator.
Cotton there with us today. Thank you, sir, very much.